What God cannot do. This is my second time here on this altar. That's why I insisted. They wanted to take a picture of me in this dress. I said, no, bring the immigration dress because Papa prayed for it 2 years ago. Wow. Yes, I sat down on that altar with him after one of those morning sessions. We sat on the floor. I told him my promotion was due. That was in 2023. And he said, no problem, go, you'll be promoted. And that's the uniform there. So to the glory of God, I'm a controller of immigration. And yeah, but that's not the testimony. That's not it. That's just appetizer. I have what I call the soft testimony. The soft testimony is, this is the hard one on the screen. The soft one is, I have 3 kids. They were born abroad, they live abroad. And they are teenagers. 2 of them are teenagers. And I know what it means to be raised in a country like Canada, where the women and their children are stronger than you, the man. You don't have a voice. You can't even flog your child. But I give God glory that my children, first one, Ebuka, second one, Somtochukwu, even when I change my eyes, they sit up. Yes, they know. Yes, they know. So, and I know that it's God. It's not by my power. My wife, even though I took her there like 20 years ago, but now, what I earn in 1 month, she earns it in 1 day. So it's not easy for her to listen to me. But I tell you what, the other day I was listening to Papa's wife on YouTube or something, and she was talking about women and how they should remember that Sarah used to call the husband my Lord, right? I said, that's my wife. My wife calls me Oga. You understand? And I consider that a miracle in North America of today. A nurse that earns like 10 times my salary, but she calls me master. So I give God that glory. Now, the hard one. Another soft one, if you don't mind. If you don't mind. I was sent to Sokoto. I used to be controller in FCT here in 2024. And when I got there, they say, Igbo man, controller, FCT is not done before. I said, here comes the protocol breaker. Just take it as you see it. The small time, I was posted to Sokoto. Even my family called and said, are you sure you won't resign? You have reached controller. I said, I have 3 more years. Papa said, you will get this promotion and you will get more. You said it on that floor there 3 years ago. So I'm still expecting more. Controller General, no good for my size. So when I was posted to Sokoto, just 1 minute, my family members called me and said, it's not safe for you. I said, let's go and see. When I got there, I asked the boys, said, this Boko Haram, Lakurawa we are reading about, is it real like that? They said, okay, now every week, they come. I said, okay. I just want to say, let me cut it short. I've been in Sokoto for 1 year and 5 months. I've not heard of them, not to talk of seeing them. I've not heard of them, not to talk of seeing one bandit. So the testimony goes this way. Last year, I went to see my family as usual, and I was hale and hearty. I never fall sick. I'm on this altar since 2021, so I don't fall sick. That's the truth. But I started having stomach upset, and I was like, what did I eat yesterday? Before you know it, it became intense. My wife went for night walk, so when she came in the morning, I was crawling over the floor, and she's like, are you okay? I said, I'm not sure I'm okay. He said, okay, do you want me to do tea for you? I have peppermint tea. I said, yeah, bring now. He brought it. I couldn't even taste it. I said, no, it's not this thing that is doing me. He said, let's go to the hospital. I said, let's go. Me, that fear injection, I said, let's go. Then the next thing, he said, should I call the ambulance? Because she was surprised that I accepted to go to the hospital. He said, should I call the ambulance? I said, call, please call. She called the ambulance. The only thing is when they were bringing out the stretcher to carry their enemy, I was walking into the ambulance myself. They said, this kind, they were murmuring, like this kind of patient where they walk enter ambulance by himself. I said, well. But long story short, when I got to the hospital, they ran some tests. The doctor said something like, your stomach is bloated. I can see a lot of infection. I'm going to open you up. I'm like, me, that I can't take injection. Over 30 years, I never take injection. Now me, you go open up. I said, okay, let's see how it goes. So I said, no problem. At that point, I didn't have much resistance. I know that God can still use the doctor in my favor. So they opened me up. I was in intensive care for 9 days. I was almost not understanding what was going on. I overheard the doctor telling my wife the surgery took 5 hours. And I overheard the doctor saying things like, oh, colon cancer, stage 3. I just opened my eyes more, looked them. I shut my eyes. I say, I'm not sure it's me they're talking about. So, because I just arrived now last week. Which time did the stage 1 happen and stage 2? Before stage 3. So I said, I'm sure they're having a conversation about something else. Their Canada talk, not be my talk. So, but long story short, later my wife felt I was strong and she started telling me what the doctor said. I said, so do you believe? He said the doctor said it's 50-50. I said, me, 50-50. To die, it's not possible now. Do you know how many things I have to do in Nigeria? And it's not me they're talking about. So he said the stage 3 itself looks like stage 4, you know, that he's not sure which one it is, but let's progress with the medication and all that. I laughed. I said, even while in the intensive care, anytime I get small strength, I'll check how many hours Nigeria, 7 a.m. is 2 p.m. here. I'll log on to 7 a.m. prayer. I'll follow the NSPPD prayer. I'll lower it, because Oyibo can easily say you're disturbing them. I'll lower it. I'll just be listening to the prayer, and I'll be like, canceling all those things. This thing can't happen to me. I can't die. I never walk waiting, I can't walk. So eventually, of course, I'm a traditional ruler in our mama where I come from. So I have too many things to do. So many people are looking up to me. My officers, my kinsmen, you understand? So I said, I can't die. It's as simple as that. And at the end of the day, of course, yes, they show me the report, stage 3, cancer of the colon, and all that, surgery done, medication. I say, anything I want to do, but I'm not going anywhere. So eventually, I went through medication. I came back to Nigeria. I came straight to this place. I laid it down on the altar. I was following the daily morning prayers. And I said, God, okay, the only way you tell me that this thing has been healed is if Papa mentions it. And on the 21st of August, this last August, Papa mentioned colon cancer reversed. I said, this is it. This is my word. So I was now prepared to go back and meet them. So I went back in September, and the same hospital, the same Oyibo doctor, I said, show me my test. They ran tests again. He came and said, Anthony, I have good news for you. Your cancer has disappeared. And, yeah, you know, in the hospital, when you're healed of cancer, you ring the bell so that everybody in the hall will know that there is a cancer-free patient. And that's the report they gave me for their enemy. I had to tear it there as I was going away. I said, I don't need the report. I'm not going back to Egypt. And, of course, the whole treatment, almost 5 million naira. I didn't pay 1 naira. So I didn't service it with my money. The government of Canada paid. So I returned here to give God glory, because I know it started here. What God cannot do, thank you.
We are talking about cancer. It is not headache. Oh. This is cancer. Stage 3. They were suspecting would be stage 4. Gone like that. Just at the word of God from the altar of fire.